if we go, boom, we're back, baby. I said, what's going on? Boom, I think we are, we're live and kicking. Ooh, whoops. There we go. Sometimes I feel like that there was a Vine that went pretty viral where it was this kid that would always walk into his class and he would go, "Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all." And that's how I feel. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is 6:30 a.m. Central Time, which means it is time for an upper day, you know? We're talking lats, talking erectors, delts, chest. Pan, what's up, man? Good afternoon, how are you? Dude, big sad indeed. I just got up. It's 6:30 a.m. for me, so we're just getting started over here. But dude, I hope you had a good Monday. Doing good and you have to work now? Well, I hope your Monday shift goes well. It isn't too bad. But dude, thanks for stopping in and saying hey. Nonetheless, I appreciate it. Here, we'll move this. Whoop. Start getting everything set up. There we go. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great Monday as well. Good start to the week. And I hope work goes by quickly, so that way you can get home and play a little midnight club. Yeah, got to get that pec bounce going. Oh, did I mess up on this? I did. That's fine. And we'll bring this guy in and this guy. There we go. Oh, you couldn't see it? Here, I mean, if I'm a little closer, do a little like a shirt's in the way. It's okay though. See ya! What's good, man? How are you? I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing all right. Just excited for a new week. Hoping things go quick this week, more than anything. How you doing, Sia? Good morning, or good evening for you. I always want to say good morning. Oh, and I'll move the little command center. So today is our upper day. So starting off, lat pull downs, 3 sets, 10 to 12. Last week, I think we only did 2 sets. Yeah, last set we did 2 sets. So we're gonna add a set here with, I don't know why I always forget that I can just copy and paste the week before's stuff and use that as a template instead of constantly having to scroll up and down and up and down and up and down. Okay, so like I said, lat pull downs, 3 sets in that 10 to 12 rep range. We will rock 130 for today. So, yeah, Pan, dude, as long as I'm not working and if I have time, I'll do my best to hop in. It's just sometimes these time zones really get to us. But if I ever see you on, man, and I have free time, I'll always make sure to pop in and say hello. See ya, how are you, man? How was your Monday? And also we're gonna start warming up here on pull downs. Gotta get this out of the way. With, we have 110 on, so we'll do, actually, we'll start with 100. We'll do 100, 110, 120, and then we'll get into our working sets. So we'll just start getting this going here a bit. Okay. Whew. And there we go. And we'll just keep on keeping on. Don't get me started on time zone. Had your day off? That's good, man. I'm glad you're able to sleep. Taco Cellular, what's up, man? How you doing? You end up going to jiu-jitsu on Saturday or no? I mean, and did you have the opportunity to go today? And if so, did you go today? Oh, you're meditating? Like you're meditating for jiu-jitsu? Is this the... You watch this stream and you meditate? I'm glad I'm allowing you to find your inner peace and clear your mind, slow your heart rate, all those things. Okay, we'll do our next warm up here. All right. And we'll bump up for one more warm-up set before we get into our working weight and all that fun stuff. And we can move these cords out of the way. There we go. Okay. So one more, don't want to trip. We'll get one more warm up in. And then, like I said, we have 130 pounds for our working sets for today. And we will see how that goes. But yeah, this week we're adding, on most exercises, we're adding another set. And then we will see kind of how things progress throughout this training session. What we don't want to get into is like, quote unquote junk volume territory where we're just going through the motions, but I'm like mentally or physically fried. But for more of the compounds, where I'm really looking to add some mass and get more training volume. So things like lats, delts, chest, hamstrings. I think an extra set is probably warranted. I'm also eating so much more food than I was before, and I'm sleeping pretty good, so I think we can push the volume just a little bit and see how that goes. Oh, look who it is. Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. What's up, Bowser? How are you? Happy Monday. Hope your day is going good. Well, we're just getting some pull downs in. All right. Okay. And now we're into the good stuff. What is that? Oh, it's a burrito emote. That's fun. You know, I had Taco Bell for the first time in probably, I don't know, 5 years this weekend. My wife had some of her friends over to do pumpkin decorating and all that stuff. And it was like potluck style, so each girl brought their own pumpkin and their own stuff. And my wife catered with Taco Bell, which is not something we normally eat. You know, some people have their like go-to trash junk food, right? Their fast food spot, that's their like, hey, this is my dirty cheat meal. A lot of people pick Taco Bell. We're actually we're a McDonald's household. So if we're feeling lazy and we're feeling gross, we're going Ronald McDonald. But dude, this past weekend ended up having a little Taco Bell. And you know what? It wasn't the worst thing I've ever had. Can't say I want it to turn into a recurring, you know, meal. We try and cook at home most of the time, but it wasn't bad. Oh, see, you've never had Taco Bell? They don't have them in Singapore? That seems kind of crazy to me that they don't have one. But also, I mean, if, you know, it's not like a normal, how do I want to say this? Like if it's not like culturally, if it's not going to sell well, then I guess it makes sense why they don't put it there. But man, that's crazy to think about. And yeah, dude, McDonald's, I mean, it's gotten too expensive for what you get, that is for sure, but dude, the double quarter pounder is like the only non-frozen patty. They grill it fresh, and it's pretty good for a, you know, dirty fast food burger. Oh, all right, first working set. Here we go. Oh, come on. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Sheesh. So what did we end up with? like 11 maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Okay. What's it called? I don't want to say this. My forearm, I guess, on that felt with the neutral grip. I mean, I feel like I want to have my biceps take over. So let's try something real quick. Do a little pivot here, a little audible, and see how this goes. Do a quick little grip change. Okay. And got this one. Boom. Boom. And let's see how this goes. Bicep pull downs? No. I mean, the last thing I want is my biceps getting involved. You know, like you want to just have your lats be the primary mover on these. But especially when I get to like, you know, so if I'm fully extended, right? Here, lat, and then this last little bit, I feel my bicep kind of take over, which I'm sure biomechanically there might be some sort of reason for that, but that's not really what I want, you know? So I'm gonna give the straight bar just a quick whirl, and we'll drop the weight and we'll just see briefly how this feels. So that's about slightly wider than shoulder width. So let's just give this a quick shot and see how this feels. Oh man. Dude, see, what'd you end up doing on your day off, man? I know you slept. What else did you get into? All right, let's see how this feels. No, not really loving how that feels either. And again, definitely feel it in my forearm. So I'm thinking what we're gonna end up doing is putting our other handle back on, and we're just gonna drop the weight and really focus on some good technique for this. And yeah, we'll see what happens. You spent the whole day on your computer, had a solo peak run. Well, dude, if that's what you felt like doing on your day off, nobody can judge how you choose to spend your free time. So if you had a good time doing it, man, I hope you enjoyed. It actually doesn't sound bad at all. How far did you make it in your peak run? Also, dude, have you seen Mega Bonk? Mega Bonk is getting tons and tons of traction on Twitter and stuff, and it looks pretty fun. And I don't think it doesn't look like it would cost that much as a little indie game. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh. Man. Played a ton of Overwatch. Dude, I have never played Overwatch. I know people were pretty pissed about Overwatch 2. Because didn't they change it from like 6v6 to 5v5, or it was 5v5 and then they made it 4v4. I don't know. I just recall online there was quite an uproar about some of the changes with Overwatch 2. Oh, you were one of the ones that were pissed? Okay. And yeah, dude, the Nuzlocke would have been sweet. Could always fire that bad boy up. But yeah, Mega Bonk is an indie game on Steam. I don't know, it might be on console. But it's on Steam, and it's kind of like Vampire Survivors, where it's like wave-based. So each round, the enemies get stronger and stronger and stronger, and you like select a character that you want to play as. And like you could be like a skeleton on a skateboard is like one of the characters. And each character has a different, I don't know, like way that they attack. And then you go and then you find weapons and then you get stronger. And it's just like this endless horde mode. How do you spell it? It's like this. Like that. Mega Bonk. But I think it sold like 1 million copies in like 2 weeks. And it was made by one guy. Oh. And it should be on Steam, I think. Mega Bonk. Steam. Yeah, it's on Steam. It's a $10 game that you can buy on PC. 20, 30, 40, 45. We actually want to go 50s first. And so I'm slightly off screen here, setting up our adjustable dumbbells so we can do our 3 sets on incline bench so we can get those big pecs, big paychecks. You know what I mean? So we'll get our first dumbbell set up. Should be good there. Yeah, I mean, I've never played it, obviously, but like I said, it's an indie game that's getting quite a lot of attention on the Twitter sphere. Hello, Twitter world. So, dude, see, also, I don't know if you caught up on any NFL games, but my Jets are 0-5. We lost to the Cowboys, and and then next week we have the Broncos, and we're probably going to lose to the Broncos. So, in typical Jets fashion, we are a disappointment yet again. All right, dumbbells are set up. Let us get some bench going. You saw the score? Dude, It's okay. It's kind of the, you know, Jets fans, you just kind of get used to the disappointment after a while. Set up like that. There we go. So we'll do one warm-up set here on dumbbell bench, and then we will get into our working weight. So we have the 50s. It's sets of 8 to 10. Again, last week we did 2 sets. This week we are adding another set, sticking with the same weight though. And yeah. Trying to keep nice and controlled, you know, biasing our upper chest to the best of our abilities and trying to get jacked, you know? So here we go. All right. Whew, not so bad. Okay. Not a bad first set. Sorry to hear that. Did you see the Eagles game? They set out a real eagle on the field. I did not see any of the Eagles game. One of my good buddies is a Broncos fan. And obviously he was pretty stoked that the Broncos beat the Eagles. But I did not see that they released an actual eagle out onto the field. All right. We got one dumbbell, and we gotta get one more. Okay. And there we go. Oh man. 20, 30, 40, 50, and one more. See, do you guys, this, again, if this is a dumb question, let me know. Do you guys like dress up and stuff for Halloween? Is that a big thing in Singapore? And I mean, part of the reason I ask is my wife and I, we were in Ireland for Halloween one year, and some people dressed up, but not really. So I'm curious. Oh, you guys don't celebrate Halloween? Okay. Well, there you go. We're, dude, our house on the inside, we've got ghosts and spiders and skeletons and all sorts of stuff set up already. We're a pretty big Halloween household, I'd say. Our daughter loves it. The lady of the house, she likes it as well. And likes decorating and making things fun. And I mean, like I said, the lady of the house had some girlfriends over for like pumpkin decorating and stuff. And that's why we had Taco Bell. But, you know, there's something about the fall, you know, just pumpkin spice, rules, horror movies, the best. You'd like to try Halloween? Yeah, man, it's fun. You know, you get to dress up. People do costume parties. You know, it's cool seeing, you know, how people like couples costumes and stuff obviously are super fun for, you know, people that do it. Yeah, we're excited. I need to put out our Halloween stuff in the front yard. And it's cool too, like you see kids, you know, having just the best time. Like that's still, while they're so little, it's just like such a magical, fun experience for them. Seeing them walk around with their little candy bucket and everything. It's cool. We're really excited. Our daughter is pumped. She can't wait to be Disney princess and all that. Ugh. She went as Belle last year, and she was super cute. And I think this year she said she wants to be Anna from Frozen, so that'll be cool. But alrighty. First working set, 60s, going for 10. Let's get after it. Here we go. There we go, Bulldogs. All right. Whew. Always wanted to go trick-or-treating. Hey, man, if you're ever in the States, in, what's it called? In late October, you let me know. Just logging our weights, getting everything nice and tracked. Okay, Smith machine rows. Okay, man, we got a lot of stuff we got to get through. Yeah, come visit. We'll go get some of that Texas barbecue, you know. Maybe a little Taco Bell, a little In-N-Out. It'll just be a food tour. Dude, where do you want to eat? All right, let's go do it, you know. Okay. We'll move this guy over. Man. So far though, we're having a pretty good training session. It's just that stuff with my forearm taking over was not the best. I know, dude, I remember you, I think I was wearing an In-N-Out shirt on one of our, one of these streams. So growing up, where me and the lady of the house are from in California, dude, no joke, 10 minutes away was an In-N-Out. And on one side of the street was an In-N-Out, and then if you crossed the street to the other side was like our local movie theater. And so the move in like middle school and high school and all that stuff was, you know, you would go to In-N-Out, walk across, go see whatever movie you wanted to see. And then there was also a frozen yogurt place right there too. And then after the movie, you would hit frozen yogurt. So it was just like boom, 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 all in a row. And it was perfect. And my, like my best buddy growing up, he's like still my best buddy. We just live in different states. And we would see, like during the summers, like in high school and then like in college and stuff, we would see every movie we could in theaters because matinee, like before 5 p.m., would be $5 per ticket back then. And dude, we saw everything. And if there were good movies where we wanted to see the, you know, like the midnight premiere, like we saw Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, all the Transformers movies, you know, just like typical teenage boy, pure adrenaline and action movies. Dude, we would see everything. But now nobody goes to the movies and the movies are shutting down, which is kind of sad. But here we go. Come on. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, dude, Buc-ee's are really cool. Got a few Buc-ee shirts, and yeah, they're awesome. It's just like a giant, I mean, what it is it's a gas station, but there's like 100 pumps, I think, maybe more, and they also have like really good food and things as well. So like you can get a pulled pork sandwich, you can get a brisket sandwich. They have like ice creams and stuff. They have like candied almonds and nuts and like a whole merch section where you can get like button down dress shirts, bathing suits with Buc-ee on it. Every time we go, we always get our kids stuff. And I mean, they actually, like, they have like a little Buc-ee's stuffed animal too. It's cool. Like if you're road tripping or anything, you always gotta stop by and swing into a Buc-ee's. It's cool. It's definitely cool. And just like a brisket sandwich for the road. I mean, who doesn't love that? And the bathrooms are super nice. You know, like sometimes when you think of like a gas station bathroom, you know, you think it's gonna be pretty gnarly, but they're pretty nice. The staff is always very friendly as well. And one of the crazy things too is all their advertising is just like billboards along the highways. So like you could be 30 miles away, for however, I don't know how many kilometers that is. You could be 30 miles away from a Buc-ee's and you'll see a billboard that's like, you know, it'll be like clean bathrooms in 30 miles, you know, and then you'll get closer and it'll be like, you know, that yummy brisket sandwich is 10 exits away, you know? And like, that's how they do their advertising. And they're obviously not just in Texas. I mean, like Atlanta has them. I think the Carolinas might have them. There's a few states in the South that have Buc-ee's, but man, always a good time stopping in, for sure. And it's cool too for like my parents and my in-laws and stuff to like get them Bucky shirts, so when they come and visit, we're like, hey, here's a cool shirt. So, yeah. That stuff's always fun. Dude, I got a mosquito bite like right on my elbow. Damn. That sucks. Anyways, last set, going for 10. Ugh. Let's push ourselves and get after it. All right. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. So we hit 3-5 mosquitoes. Yeah. Dude, the mosquitoes are just climbing up the ranks. Slowly but surely, they're taking over. Oh. So we got our 3 sets of 10 with 60. Next week we will bump it up to 65. We're gonna do some seated cable rows at this point. So we'll drop our little tripod down to get those sick angles, and there we go. We could do, what do we want? Maybe a little more like that. So fun. The sweat stain for where my butt goes every time. Love that. Okay. We'll move. We got this, and what did we do last time? That's right, 110. And we used the flat bar instead of the close grip handle. Got so many chains, they call me Chaining Tatum. Oh. Was that a 2 Chainz lyric? Two chains and we got me a few. Oh. Okay. And then we will get our, what's it called? Good old grips, or straps, not grips. And this should be all we need for our 3 sets of 10. Oh, badum crash. Yeah, dude, I'm trying not to have things be so crazy loud. I was spending some time this weekend looking at, like, what are they called? Like noise gates or something for the microphone, so that way when I bump into stuff, it's not insanely loud in y'all's ears. So, dude, it is a work in progress. And I did a test stream yesterday with just the Twitch chat overlaid, and there was some audio drift that happened again. Like I just left the, what's it called? Like the stream running, and I just was typing random gibberish into the chat, and then went out, did some stuff, came back like 45 minutes later, typed a bunch more stuff, and then tested the audio. Didn't work. Okay. There's that, and we're actually going to make this one closer. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Ugh. All right. Oh, no, it's for the change joke. Got it. The bottom crash. Okay, I see what you mean, Sia. I misinterpreted what you meant. Okay, so we got that, and we'll just keep moving our angle around. And we'll just keep on like Sam Porter Bridges. Keep on keeping on. Okay. What are we at? 7:20. We're a little behind, but that's okay. We will make up time. So second set, again, trying to have our hands just act as anchors, really, and drive back, kind of pulling from the elbows directly behind us. Build a little thickness. Get in there nice and thick with 3 C's. And yeah, trying to build this body 1 rep and 1 set at a time. We did this weight last week for 2 sets. We're adding a set this week. We'll see how this goes. And if it progresses, kind of like how things are feeling for this week. Next week, we will bump things up weight-wise, but stick with the same number of sets. And we'll just keep progressing. So here we go. Okay. There we go. All right. What's this? Oh, Nightbot. Hey, thanks, Nightbot. You're not so bad. Move that over there. And then one last time, we will rotate our camera all around. And let's not rip the power cord out of the wall. If we go directly behind and turn it just a bit. How's that? Not bad? Let me back it up with our disgusting floor. Sure, we will line it up like that for our last set. Oh. Get this guy out of the way. All right. So last set on these cable rows, using our red straps to take my grip and hopefully my biceps completely out of the equation and just using our back as our driver for this weight. So, swole is the goal, size is the prize, and not letting our biceps take over during our back and rowing movements is the technique that we are thinking of. So, hands are anchors, and driving back with our elbows. Man. Okay. There we go. Whew. 3 sets. All done. And that was also our last back exercise on the day. Pop these down, pop this other one down, and our last one. There we go. And then we are all tangled with these cords. Okay, much better. Sorry, now I'm like whipping the camera around like we're in some, we're watching the Blair Witch Project or something. That's a very niche reference that I don't think a lot of people are gonna get, but it's okay. It's the thought that counts, I guess. So we're kind of slowly crawling through this training session. We've done our lat pull downs, 3 sets, our dumbbell incline bench, 3 sets, and then we just did our seated cable rows for 3 sets. The last exercise that we're gonna hit 3 sets on are lateral raises with a dumbbell to build some capped, nice delts, things like that. So we'll hit 3 sets of those, and then we will wrap up with 2 sets for biceps, 2 sets for triceps, and then we will be donezo. So I will get our dumbbell set up here. Oh, quick clap test? Okay. Let me know when you're ready. One, 2, 3. There we go. I can do it one more time. Let me know. I'm gonna be super annoyed if the audio gets all wonky again. Because there's no, the video's faster than the audio. I don't know why that happens. No! It's okay. I really wonder what happened. Because we thought it was the chat source, but is it a your side thing? I don't know. Here, we can go like this. And we can go. Here, I'll turn this off real quick. Hold on. Dude, it is not a you thing. It is a, oh, man. I feel like we're gonna have to just like uninstall everything and we'll just have to do it again. Or maybe it's like having this chat up or something is what's doing it. I don't know. I really don't know what could be leading to the problem. Maybe it's like a network thing. You just refreshed your window? Okay. Can I try it again? Sure. And 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And we can do it one more time. We could do 1, 2, and 3. Let's see, maybe that'll work. But while we're figuring out audio, I need to get this stuff all situated. Okay. See, let me know if that worked. We did our clap test. And we'll move this guy over here so we can do our sets of 10 to 12. Ah, man, that's annoying. It's okay though. Thank you. I think we'll just have to uninstall like OBS and everything, and we'll just take it from the beginning and we'll do it all, set everything up again. I'll do that tonight. So it's annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, so lateral raises, hanging off the rack, 10 to 12. Ugh. Let's see. You're really taking this like a champ? What do you mean? I just don't understand why it happened. Because everything was working last week, and then now it's not, so. Here, OBS stream video is faster than audio. To fix video playing, open the advanced properties, right-click the audio mixer, blah, 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 blah. See, but it's... I don't know. Let's see. No, what is my audio? Here we go. Face cam, audio. I don't know. We might just have to do like a... If I was you, you'd be freaking out and be really pissed off. I mean, it's annoying, but like, it kind of is what it is, you know? Like, I mean, it is annoying for sure because everything was working and then now it's not working again. So I'm thinking maybe it's like a network thing where the network is being kind of wonky or something. I don't really know. I'll just close that. Maybe that's what the problem is. Like I could always like stop recording and then like do it again, but then there's going to be two streams. It is what it is. And I mean, this is a, hold on. I mean, we're a lifting stream, right? Like we're training, we're talking about training, we're shooting the shit, you know. I still have to get my training session in, you know, I'm not gonna let that ruin today. It is annoying, so I'll just try and figure it out later. So, can't let it ruin my day. It's technology. Stuff happens. We will figure it all out. And, you know, IT people and people online are always going to say, well, did you try turning it off and turning it back on again? You know, so maybe something like that will help our case. We will see. It is what it is, but I can't imagine we're the only ones that have experienced this super annoying audio desync. So I'm sure there's people that are going to have suggestions, and nothing like a clean delete and start over to get it all sorted and fixed. I mean, I wonder if it's even like something in my camera settings, you know, that could be making it happen. But whatever. It is what it is. All right. One more set on these lateral raises. Oh, it just cracked my back. That felt really good. Oh, look, my little belly's poking out. One more set, lateral raises, then we will get into our bicep and tricep exercises, and then we will be done. And we can get out of here. So we'll see. All right, last set. Here we go. So there's that, and for our right side. Oh, okay. Lateral raises, 3 sets, 10 to 12, all done. And let's okay. I guess the question is, do we want to do our triceps first? You know, build these guys back here. Or do we want to do our biceps? And I'm thinking we'll probably do biceps or triceps first, and then we'll do our bicep exercise. So I'm gonna get this guy out of the way. And then bring it back now, y'all. We'll bring back our bench so we can do our JM press. Also, folks watching over on Twitch and on YouTube, my apologies for the audio mismatch that has happened. We got some audio drift. So we were fine before, nothing changed. Now we're drifting. I will have to figure this out. Like, is it a HDMI issue or something? I do not know. But we will figure it out another time. So thanks for bearing with me. But we're the MeatHaus. We like to have fun here. So if you like, home gym training content early in the morning, consider following. You never know, you might make a friend. All right, so we got that. And for these JM presses, we're gonna be doing 75 pounds. Let me see. Yes, 75 pounds. So we will use our rackable curl bar over here. Right on over here. Is this gonna hit the rack?
It might, but that's okay. No, we're good. Actually,
We wanna go like this.
there we go.
Now the real question is this going to stay balanced, or am I gonna put a weight on and it's gonna go whoo? It's probably gonna go flying, but that's part of the fun, you know?
So there's that.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
But we're actually gonna take this down.
The second I started doing that, I was like, ooh, this is not gonna work. All right. There's that. And then our little 2.5s to get us
To 75.
and there we go.
So for these JM presses, we have 2 sets of 10 to 12. A JM press is kind of like a close grip bench, skull crusher hybrid type deal. And I like them. They're easier on my elbows. It's like it's a pressing movement with an extension movement kind of at the same time, which you all will see here in just a sec. And overall, pretty easy on my shoulders. Hopefully my elbow doesn't pop the whole time while doing this. But as far as, you know, kind of like a compound pressing movement for my triceps, this one's easy to overload, easy to progress. Technique is not super difficult or anything like that. So net, I dig it. It's good. All right. Whew, there we go. We got that, and I'm slightly off screen here, and that is because I am setting up our adjustable dumbbells for our last exercise. So just trying to be a little, sorry, I know that was quite loud. Just trying to be time efficient, you know? Getting this stuff sorted while we rest our triceps. Boom, boom, boom. All right. How we doing? How we doing? We're at 7:50. So we have basically 10 minutes to do one more set of JM presses, 2 sets of biceps, and then get out of here. Because then Daddy's got to go to work. And doesn't that suck? But, you know, that's the dream. I wake up every day and I maximize shareholder value. You know, every little boy's dream. All right, last set. Here we go. Ugh. Okay. Oh. Don't bang into stuff. Don't. Okay. There we go. Ooh. Okay, so we did 75 for 12. And we'll do 30s for this next bit. Now I wonder if it's actually this HDMI cable that is leading to the audio drift. I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe not. You have to start paying taxes? Yeah, dude. Everybody's got to pay taxes. It's the worst. Taxes are miserable. Nobody wants to pay them. All right, so rounding this out, I know the audio and the video aren't synced up. Bear with me, I'll just talk with my hand in front of my mouth so nobody can tell. But we have 2 sets, 10 to 12, hammer curls, 30 pounds. Here we go. Oh, okay. There's 12. My vision's getting a little blurry. Wait, this is your first time paying taxes? Well, sorry, man. pretty miserable. Can't say that I love that. Do 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 do. Properties. Color space, color range. Don't look back now. All right. But yeah, man, taxes suck. They're the worst. Yeah, man, welcome to the club. I'm not a fan of taxes. But we got to do it. So, alrighty. Last set, hammer curls. We are definitely feeling it, Mr. Krabs. Man, look at this farmer's tan. It's like, oh, nice and tan, nice and white. But that's okay. When we're in the backyard, I try and, pop the top off, get a little color going, but hasn't worked out too well. Still got a pretty bad farmer's tan. All right. Here we go. Last set of our last exercise. Let's bring it. Here we go. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Okay. Looking good. Thank you, Sia. Have you ever sous vide salmon? Dude, I've actually never used this sous vide. I really want one though. I've just never done it. If we cook salmon, 90% of the time it's in the air fryer, just because it's so easy to do. And then, just use a meat thermometer and take it out at whatever temperature you want. That's what we do. And for steaks, I just, for steaks, we just, what's it called? Use a cast iron, sear it, flip it, sear it, get the good crust, pop it in the oven, again, use a meat thermometer, and then take it out when it's go time. So, but yeah, I never used the sous vide. And for chicken, dude, we just cook in a pan or on the grill or something. But I've eaten so much chicken in my life that I'm a little burnt out, I feel like, after a lifetime of consuming chicken. So we eat a lot of, or not we, but mostly me, I eat a lot of ground beef and a lot of ground turkey, just because it's so easy to cook. So yeah. But I take your word for it that it's good for chicken breast. Or we use like the oven, you know. It's a good way to get chicken breast done. So yeah. Sierra, are we still fully out of sync? And is the, what am I trying to say? Is the video ahead of the audio? There we go. What seasoning for ground meat? Dude, we use just like taco packet seasoning, like low sodium. Taco seasoning is pretty good for us anyways. And I'll use like, oh, audio seems fine, cool. I'll use a, thank you, taco, which is funny. We use a, yeah, low sodium taco packet. It's pretty good. Well, I mean, what do you use? What's your go-to? Also, dude, your profile pic is awesome. That's really good. Sell with a taco for a head. That's good. Well done. I like that. Oh. Water heater starting up. Got to use the Goya adobo. Okay, what is this? Goya adobo. Oh, okay. I've seen this before. Oh, that looks good. Goya adobo all-purpose seasoning. And you do it saison. Yeah, this looks good. My wife has started doing my wife is an incredible cook. I'm very, very fortunate. But she, big move is taking like a chuck roast. That's what they use for chopped cheese. Okay. That's good to know. We take like a chuck roast, right? So you just, buy it at the grocery store, however many pounds, put it in I don't know, whatever dish you use for the oven. And then you do one of those like ranch seasoning packets where you put like some butter in, like it's like a full stick of butter, some ranch seasoning, some au jus packet with you drain the jar, but then a jar of pepperoncinis, and then you put it in the oven for like 6 hours at whatever temperature. And that's really good too. And then you can shred it, put it in tacos, put it over rice, whatever. It's called a Mississippi roast. And it's very, very good. So I highly recommend that as well. And it makes just like a shitload of food. So you'll be eating good for a couple days. It's good, man. Highly recommend. Very, very good. But otherwise, man, I just meal prep pounds of ground beef with a bunch of rice, and that's about all I'll be eating. So, yeah. But guys, it's 8 o'clock. We got to get out of here, unfortunately. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I got to figure out this audio stuff. I'll probably mess around with it tonight, and hopefully it'll be better for tomorrow. So upper today, pull downs, incline bench, seated rows, lats, triceps, biceps. So really good training session. Tomorrow we got legs Benedict back on the menu. We'll see how that goes. But again, thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, obviously here on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, if people still use Twitter. But I appreciate you all. You've been great. We've been the MeatHaus Finger Guns. Happy Monday. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.